Hello again, STRUCKTLF. Here I am with another upcoming games Struck List monthly video, and this one is for the final month of 2023, for December. New month always means new game releases to look forward to and get excited about. And in this video, I've dedicated to high profile games. I'll be shortlisting 14 titles that deserve the spotlight and that I personally consider high profile one way or another, be it that they're connected to a famous franchise, or be it that I personally think those games could become hits if given enough attention from the right um, type of marketing and the right people streaming those games to their big audiences. So yeah, the list will be full with some triple A heavy hitters and some that are probably for the most of you um, not so famous. Maybe you would even consider them low profile games, but I wanted to keep the low profile games list reasonably short. So I had to remove three games from the low profile list and put them in the high profile list. You probably notice which those games are. And yes, I'm very happy with all of those games. It will be in chronological order of release date, except for the first game in the list. And I'll say why once I talk about that game. So I hope you enjoy this list. I hope it helps you save some time when looking for new games to play in December. Buckle up, STRUCKTLF, and let's go. The first game on the list is Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader, which is exiting early access on the 7th of December 2023. It has been in early access since January 2023, so almost a year of early access, which means knowing Owlcat games. By the way, I'm starting with this game because I personally have been a big fan of the previous two games by Owlcat games, which were the Pathfinder Kingmaker and Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. This is made in close partnership with Games Workshop. Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader is a story-rich classical RPG from Owlcat Games, developers of the critically acclaimed game Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, and as I mentioned, Kingmaker. Um, Personally putting it here because I'm massive fan of the previous two games. I bought the $150 edition of Kingmaker. I can't remember which edition I bought for Wrath of the Righteous, but I streamed the game for 27 days consecutive, or was it 26 or 28, somewhere around there. Unfortunately, I won't be buying Rogue Trader because my budget won't allow me to. But I did apply for a key in one place, but probably would be rejected because my channel is small. In any case, if there was one game I could recommend to RPG fans out there in December, this is it. This would be that one game. If you have a very tight budget and you don't want to regret a purchase, I don't think you would regret getting Rogue Trader. It's probably the best game coming out in December as a full release that you might check. So, yeah, my personal top for the month. Next on the list is a game I was given the opportunity to play a demo some time ago by Thunderful Publishing, which is the publishers. Developers are The Station, and the game is called SteamWorld Build. Releasing on the 1st of December 2023, and from here on, we are going in chronological order of release dates. The game is very fun. It's mixing up um, some classic city building with a second mode, which is the underground, which reminds me of the Dungeon Keeper game. So break ground on a new frontier as the planet dies around you. Dig deep and build wide to excavate long-lost spacefaring technology while ensuring everyone has the vital water, fuel, and creature comforts they need. Do you have what it takes to reach the final frontier? So yes, it's mixing classical city building in the overworld, but in the underworld, it's very familiar to a game from my teenage years called Dungeon Keeper, if I'm not mistaken with the name. I really loved the demo. I really enjoyed it, and the demo left me wanting for more, which is exactly what a demo should do. If the game is good, you would want to play more. You would feel like, okay, I want to see more of the game. I want to continue playing. But alas, the demo was limited. If I do get an option somewhere to apply for a key for this game, I definitely would. And I definitely, even though I'm busy with Yahoo for content, I would try to find some time stream it, at least for several hours, to showcase it in its full glory as a fully released game. Next on the list, Rogue Masters, releasing on the 1st of December 2023 as an early access game. Developed by Advanced Guard and Main Leaf, published by Advanced Guard. Releasing only on Steam as far as I could find information on the internet. It's a 6-player co-op horde survival game with Souls-like combat and extensive character customization where you fight entropy in long lost civilizations. So if it sounds like a game you might want to play, if the footage you're seeing on your screen from the trailer I've included sounds like your kind of co-op 6-player game, then yeah. And 6-player is a rare thing to see nowadays. Nowadays, games go for 4-man teams, and some of them even go for 2 or 3-man teams. So a 6-player co-op game definitely is a refreshing thing to see. Hopefully, it's good as an early access title, but again, early access, be prepared for unfinished and unpolished features. Next up is a game based on the Walking Dead franchise. Another one, yes. The Walking Dead Destinies change the course of AMC's The Walking Dead history. Fight walkers, relive iconic moments, and change the destiny of the Walking Dead universe as your choices separate heroes from villains and the living from the dead. Will you make the same choices as Rick, or will you forge your own I guess story? The text kind of cuts off here. Your own path through the world of AMC's The Walking Dead. So yeah, if you're a fan of the Walking Dead franchise, the game doesn't look that amazing, but it looks like it will have its own fun for people to enjoy. Developed by Fuchs Games, published by Gameu Entertainment, releasing on the 1st of December 2023. Some of you diehard Walking Dead fans would enjoy it, or maybe not. I'm not sure. I haven't watched the series, so I'm not sure whether it's a good game for a fan of the series or whether it's not. It doesn't look that great in terms of graphics, but who knows? Maybe the gameplay will be fun. You never know. Overall, yeah, if you're looking for a Walking Dead game, here's one for December. Next up is a game I have play tested, and I had very high hopes from the Wagado Chronicles, developed and self-published by Twin Drums, which is releasing its early access title on the 4th of December 2023. First, what is it? It's a sandbox MMORPG focused on gathering, crafting, and building villages with friends. Customize your skill-based character and join parties to defeat spirits through unique PvE multiplayer turn-based tactical combat. I was having very high hopes for this game, but I was extremely disappointed. And it hurts because I really love the African war um, and um, and universe that they've created. Art style is good, especially the 2D art, but the combat, the animations, the character progression seems, um, to put it politely, bad. If I have to be honest, it's bad is an understatement about the combat and the animations and the character progression. But again, hopefully the art style and the setting, the African setting, are enough to carry this game, because there is potential, but I'm not sure they succeeded in taking the most out of the potential. Next up is probably the most anticipated game for the majority of people in this month: Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. Developed by Massive Entertainment, which is one of the most famous Ubisoft studios, it is releasing for multiple platforms, but for PC it will be on the Epic Store, Ubi Store, including Ubisoft Plus membership if you have it, and then for Xbox XS and PlayStation 5. In Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, you embark on a journey across the open world of the never before seen Western frontier. Reconnect with your lost heritage and discover what it means to become Navi, as you join other clans to protect Pandora from the formidable forces of the RDA. There's co-op and there is single player. It's kind of like a first-person shooter, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure about whether it's fully first person or whether there's third person as well. But um, the game looks very beautiful. and it should, because the Avatar world is a beautiful world with a lot of contrasting colors and a lot of beautiful scenery. In the game, you have nice PC features for high-end machines to test themselves, and it probably will become a staple benchmark game to use when testing in the next few years, when testing hardware. And yeah, if you're a fan of the Avatar universe, the game looks fun. Not sure if it's gonna be more of a Call of Duty game or whether it will be more of a Borderlands type of RPG shooter game. Not sure how much looting and character progression will be, but it looks fun. And I mean, if I had the budget, I probably would buy the game. But regardless of that, I think many of you out there who can afford it would buy it. And just a reminder, if you didn't remember about it, well, here's my reminder. It's coming on the 7th of December, 2023. Next on the list, another interesting game coming on the 7th of December 2023 is Three Kingdoms Zhao Yun, developed by Zhujiangye Game. Hopefully, I didn't butcher the name, and published by E-Time Studio. It's an interesting exploration historical action RPG. At the end of the Eastern Han Dynasty, the heroes were fighting for hegemony, and the flames were everywhere. In the game, players played the role of Zhao Yun, a well known general of the Three Kingdoms, and interpreted the story of his youth. Not sure if that's a well translated description of the game, but I'm reading verbatim from Steam. The game looks interesting. The controls, the combat animations look smooth. And yeah, if you were looking for a kind of an isometric action RPG hack and slash in the Three Kingdoms era, Three Kingdoms Zhao Yun might be it. Um, there isn't much time left until it releases, so time will tell, and we'll know whether it's worth it. As long as they don't overprice this game, I can see it garnering its audience and making the bucks. And hopefully the game doesn't suck, because again, there's interesting itemization and skill systems. Hopefully they're deep enough. But in the trailer, I am seeing some good stuff. So hopefully it really is as fun as it seems on the trailer. Another game connected to a famous movie franchise, and there's gonna be a few more in this video. Terminator Dark Fate Defiance. Terminator Dark Fate Defiance is a gritty RTS that puts you in the middle of the future wars between humanity and Legion's synthetic intelligent machine network. Take command and lead your army to foe Legion's plan to destroy humanity, or play as one of three factions. Keep in mind that this game is going to be on Steam, Humble, and GOG for PC, and is developed by Slytherin. And there's another Slytherin RTS coming this month, which I'll talk about soon in this video. But yeah, if you're looking for RTS, again, Slytherin, people who brought you the Starship Troopers RTS are bringing you an RTS in the Terminator Dark Fate universe. It looks interesting. It looks cool. Maybe it's gonna be to your liking. Maybe it's gonna be okay. It doesn't look like it's gonna be the next big thing in the RTS genre, but it's refreshing to see new RTS games releasing in an era where RTS is kind of neglected and there aren't that many of it. Oh boy, the day before, coming finally on the 7th of December 2023, developed by Fantastic and published by Mitona Fantastic as an early access game. The day before offers players a uniquely reimagined journey into post-apocalyptic open-world MMO survival set in the present day on the US East Coast following a deadly pandemic. You probably know it, and if you don't, I'll tell you about it. There was some drama about the game's name. The day before was copyrighted somewhere in Korea or whatever, but they finally managed to get the copyrights to the name of the game and keep the name without need to rename it and whatever. And that's why we finally are getting to see a release. There's one reasonably long-ish 3-minute trailer available on various channels on YouTube. And yeah, it's showing various things, but it's not showing in depth what the game is. Yes, it's showing you what the footage, but that footage is very on the surface. So whether this game will be good, whether it will flop, whether it will be a cash grab, or not. Time will tell. Not much left until the 7th of December 2023, when we'll see whether the day before will be the refund before. The next game on the list, yes, as I mentioned, another game from Slytherin, and another game based on a famous movie franchise. Stargate Timekeepers is a real-time tactics game where you lead a team of specialists through a story-driven campaign set in the SG-1 universe. Sneak your characters behind enemy lines, use their unique skills, craft the perfect plan to unravel a time loop mystery, and defeat the Goa'uld threat. Releasing on the 12th of December 2023, there is a downloadable demo on Steam that you can try, and the game will be on Steam, Epic, and the Humble Store. So yeah, if you are looking for some interesting real-time tactics game in the Stargate SG-1 universe, this is it. Hopefully it doesn't disappoint. Hopefully it's fun. There isn't that much gameplay footage out there, but hopefully the one I've included has you interested, and hopefully they don't overprice it, because it's 28.99. I think it's probably a reasonable price. Are you fans of the Grand Blue Fantasy universe? Well, Grand Blue Fantasy Versus Rising is the sequel to Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, if I'm not mistaken. This powered-up revamped sequel to GBVS is more enjoyable and accessible than ever before. With simplified input options, even newcomers can engage in thrilling and strategic matches. Releasing on the 14th of December 2023, developed by Cygames Incorporated and Arc System Works, published by Cygames Incorporated. Action 2D fighter RPG with single player and beautiful anime graphics brought to life. And yes, it has kind of 2D and 3D mixture. So there's some 3D parts, there's some 2D parts, but overall it's got that anime style even in the 3D stuff. And there's beautiful cinematics from what I'm seeing, beautiful animations in the fighter version of it. So yeah, there's a lot of features, a lot of good stuff, and there's the digital figure studio where you can get creative. And it's amazing from the looks of it. So not much time left until the 14th of December 2023, when people would be able to play Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising. Next up on the list is another sequel, House Flipper 2. It's time to dust off your hammer. House Flipper is back in a brand new fashion. Buy and renovate rundown houses, or maybe you want to build new ones. Now you can. Start as a rookie flipper and make a fortune by helping out the community of the charming town of Pinnacle. Releasing on the 14th of December 2023, developed by Frozen District and Imperium, published by Frozen District and Playway SA. So if you're familiar with the famous House Flipper franchise, well, that's the long-awaited sequel. It looks cool, it looks nice, it looks better and improved, and it's gonna be on Steam, PlayStation 5, and Xbox XS. Soul Slinger Envoy of Death is the next game of this list, and it's releasing on the 14th of December 2023 as an early access title. But there is a downloadable demo you can try on Steam. The game so far, I haven't seen any information about other platforms. I think it will be only on Steam, at least for the time being. Developed by Elder Games and published by Head Up Publishing. You are a gunslinger in limbo, involved in a gritty war against the cartel, a ruthless organization harvesting souls to break free of the shackles of the afterlife. Grow stronger with each new run. Gather the essence of lost souls to take on the biggest threats in this roguelite FPS. Looks fun? Well, keep it wishlisted and hopefully it's not overpriced when it releases. At the end of this list, I have a very distinguishing looking game. Indie game called Groot. Groot is releasing on the 22nd of December, just a few days before Christmas, and it's developed by Next Game Level, published by Next Game Level, which, if I'm not mistaken, is a solo developer, indie developer. Cosmos is an MMA fighter who suddenly finds himself teleported into a dark fantasy world and searches for a way to return home. Groot is a Souls-like. It says Soul-like, but it should say Souls-like, I guess. Fantasy platformer with Metroidvania elements and an open world map. If you're looking for your next 2D Metroidvania, so it's like platformer, crude might be it. Seems like the game might have some interesting humor in its story, but the art style is definitely something that stands out. And yeah, I think many of you who are fans of the genre would enjoy this indie game. It might be a gem in the genre coming in December. So if it looks interesting to you, wishlist it, and who knows, maybe it won't be overpriced and people would enjoy it and it could make the big bucks. You never know.
To get notified when I upload more content like this one or other builds and guides for Wooter and not so Wooter games, you can subscribe to my channel and hit that bell button to not miss out on notifications. As well as keep in mind there's something called memberships on YouTube, which lets you be a paying member for my channel to get access to perks such as emotes and badges made by me, as well as the option to get one-on-one tutoring for the very basics of Adobe Photoshop, Premiere and After Effects. And memberships can be cancelled at any time if you no longer want to be a member. Thanks for watching all the way until the end, STRUCKTLF. Keep it cool until next time and goodbye.